What if I told you that if your goal is to lose weight, that you should actually eat more and not less?
Well, according to the laws of thermodynamics, the only thing that matters is calories in versus calories out. So if you want to lose weight, you just need to diet and eat less or exercise and burn more calories.
I'm not arguing against the basic laws of physics, but people don't realize that our bodies are like machines that burn fuel or calories. And we can manipulate that machine or our metabolism to burn more calories even while at rest, leading you to lose weight.
Why don't you just diet and exercise like everyone else if you want to lose weight?
Because studies show that only 20% of people that lost weight through diet and exercise are able to keep that weight off for 1 to 2 years later. And let me explain why. Let's say Karen starts your typical diet. She cuts calories and exercises, focusing on activities like running, biking, or circuit style training to burn as many calories as possible. When she begins, her maintenance calories, or what her body needs to maintain her weight, are about 2,000 calories per day. This includes energy for basic bodily functions, plus her daily activities like walking, housework, and anything else. If she eats 2,000 calories and works out 3 times a week, burning about 500 calories per session, she'll be in a weekly deficit of 1,500 calories. And to lose 1 pound of fat, you need to burn about 3,500 calories. So at this rate, she'd only be losing about 2 pounds per month. But Karen's got big goals. She wants to be in tip-top shape for an upcoming vacation, so she drops her calories to 1,500 per day and keeps working out 3 times a week. Now, Karen has a weekly deficit of 5,000 calories, putting her on pace to lose over 1 pound per week, which is a relatively healthy goal.
See, you're proving my point. Karen is doing great by just dieting and exercising.
Yes, Karen will lose weight at first, but her body will adapt over time. Our bodies are designed to conserve fat. It is a survival mechanism. In times of famine, the body slows down its metabolism to preserve energy, making it harder to lose weight and hold on to those fat reserves. Back in the caveman days, when we found food, like from a big game animal, it was advantageous to ourselves to eat as much as possible and store this as body fat for when we didn't have food. And when we didn't have food, our bodies got really good at slowing down its processes in metabolism so we could survive. Problem is, this survival mechanism doesn't pair well in today's society where we're mostly sedentary and we have a massive surplus of highly processed and highly palatable foods. As Karen continues in her calorie deficit, her maintenance calories will drop over time. Let's say they decrease from 2,000 to 1,850 calories due to the metabolic adaptation. Additionally, Karen will get better at running. So instead of burning 500 calories during maybe a 45-minute run, she's now only gonna burn maybe 350 calories because her body has gotten more efficient at that skill. After a few months, her weekly deficit shrinks from 5,000 calories to about 2,800 calories, meaning her weight loss has slowed down significantly. Frustrated, Karen cuts her calories to just 1,200 per day and starts working out 5 times a week instead of 3. But her metabolism continues to adapt, slowing even further. This creates a vicious cycle of eating less, exercising more, and still struggling to lose weight. When Karen finally reaches her vacation goal and returns to her normal eating habits, her new maintenance calories are much lower than when she started. If she eats 2,000 calories now, which used to maintain her weight, this now puts her in a calorie surplus, and so she regains the weight and feels like all of her hard work was for nothing. So how do we avoid this? Well, this is where we reverse diet, where we manipulate Karen's metabolism to burn more calories sustainably. Instead of cutting calories at the start, we would increase them slightly, putting her in a 100 to 300 calorie surplus per day. If you have no idea what your maintenance calories are, there's a few things you can do. You could track what you eat for a few weeks and just take the daily average, and that's probably a rough idea of your maintenance. Or if you don't want to track, just try to eat what you normally do and add an extra snack or small meal per day.
Well, if she's in a calorie surplus, she's gonna gain weight. That's the law of thermodynamics.
True, but here's the key. We're gonna direct those extra calories to building muscle, because muscle is the most metabolically active tissue in the body. It takes a lot of energy and calories to maintain muscle.
Okay, fine. I guess that does sound a lot better than the traditional diet and exercise.
To build muscle, Karen starts strength training 3 times a week. Her body says, hey, we need to get better at this lifting stuff. And with enough fuel, her body will prioritize muscle growth. So now Karen eats 2,200 calories a day by bumping up by 200 calories instead of decreasing. She focuses on compound lifts and progressively overloads, with each week adding a little bit of weight or an extra rep every time she works out. Over several months, her maintenance calories could increase from 2,000 to 2,200 calories or even more. And she's also likely to be looking leaner and looking more toned, despite weighing slightly more due to that added muscle. Her metabolism is now faster and she's burning more calories even while resting. At this point, Karen can, one, stay at 2,200 calories and keep strength training, where over time, those 2,200 calories will become a calorie deficit as her metabolism increases, and then she'll slowly start to lose weight. Or two, she could reverse diet further, continuing to increase her calories slowly over time, gaining more muscle and then even faster metabolism. A good goal would be to not gain more than a ½ pound per week or 2 pounds a month. Once she gets to a point where it's hard to eat anymore, she could drop her calories and then start a fat loss phase. But this time, she's losing weight while still eating a moderate amount of calories and not having to starve herself. By combining strength training, high protein foods, and reverse dieting, Karen's weight loss becomes easy to sustain. She avoids the crash and burn cycle of traditional diets and keeps her metabolism running strong. Okay, so let's recap how to reverse diet. So you're gonna first start by just slowly increasing your calories while strength training. You have to pair these two together for those calories to get partitioned to muscle. What I like to do is I like to bump my calories, and then if I go a week or two without gaining any weight, or even if I see my weight go down some, then I know it's time to bump my calories up again by just an extra 100 to 200 calories per day. And I keep repeating this process until either I'm happy where I am or it's just too many calories and it's time to reverse back down the other way. It's very important that you also track your progress as you go by doing things like weighing yourself, measuring your waist circumference, and then taking progress pictures. As long as you're not rapidly gaining weight, gaining a bunch of inches in diameter to your waist, and when you just look at your progress pictures, you don't see that you're visibly gaining fat, then you're fine, you're doing great. Once you've gained some strength and muscle, and what I would really encourage you to kind of judge your success off of this is are you getting stronger or not? If you're getting stronger in the gym, you're likely gaining muscle. As long as that's happening, then your metabolism is getting faster, and eventually it's gonna make it so much easier for you to later enter a fat loss phase at a much more sustainable amount of calories. Now, this can sound very overwhelming and scary for a lot of people when their goal is to lose weight to do the opposite of what they think they need to do. So one thing that can help a lot with this is hiring a personal trainer to help guide you through this process. If that sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the description for a free consultation with online training with me. And to learn things like how much protein you should be eating, how to maximize your muscle gains, then make sure to go check out this video on screen for the 3 essentials of health and fitness. And thanks for coming to the TFitX video. Again, this is a pretty new channel, but I'm very excited to keep going. So leave a like, subscribe for more.